Glad to have you with us from Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Missouri head coach told me before the game he is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Bluff Bothwell. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Caught by Williams on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Finds his man. It's Evans. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Just keep slinging it. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it. There's a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He'll try it again. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Spits it out to the back. Complete out of the backfield. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they are still short of the 1st down. Fourth down, Simmons. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Simmons to the air again. That's caught. It's Lee. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house? That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it. Bringing
it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Evans. Got out of trouble and throws. Working the middle, it's complete. There he goes to the left. Touchdown Bulldogs! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's Simmons to throw. Looking deep. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Got it set up on the outside. Caught, and he's got room.
Get that block.
That's
He
the
get that
kind of
block
play
and
that can
go.
really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Tigers have this offense rolling. They go play action with Simmons. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Hardy. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing Simmons. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Missouri wants to go fast. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And as a QB, you got to make these split-second decisions of how much mustard I put on it. Do I throw it hard? Do I lob it? Right there, you could tell he threw it hard, but too far in front of his wide receiver, and he really didn't have a chance to make that play. That's one of those I think he'll probably want back.
He'll pull it down. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find the answer.
Makes the grab in their space. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. Huge play puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Now improvising. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Got his man downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I'd be okay with that.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Motion from the wideout.
Kill. 214, close. Icy. Hut.
Wants to fire it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. Fit it in the window for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Simmons under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Pocket breaking down. Quickly out to the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. The give to Hardy.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got his man on the right. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the back. Might be changing the route. They want to run this quarterback. Makes it past the marker. Good game there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Taylor wants to throw. Williams open on the right side. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the left. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. 1 more snap coming before halftime. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And the offense will stay out there with a mere 3 ticks remaining here in the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one deep.
Oh, my God.
Into the end zone for 6.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 8 team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
And it's the Bulldogs getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now some other games you may have interest in.
Oh, he found a space on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Here's a give to Hardy. And
Come on, that is like a jump for no reason. He got the jump.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They go right back to Hardy. Picks up the first down. Maybe a crease. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Here's Simmons to throw.
This nigga so ass.
It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Tigers! They take the lead with the 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing? And they're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Making side adjustments here. Taylor wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run.
Come on,
And
give me
this is
those.
dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll give it to Hardy. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Right back to Hardy. All by himself down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of them. Like, use your running back in the middle.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the move. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Ball down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip, because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set in the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The kick is on its way. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Evans.
Oh, we can read this close
They
that
bring
shit.
him down, but
Why
that's
the
why
fuck I
they
can't
give them
pick
that
this shit?
Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Making a play like that to open the drive can
That shit's
really
so
get the
damn
momentum
fast,
going.
guys.
First down from the 43. Throws to the wideout.
Yeah, because
And here's the third interception of the night.
Yeah,
Didn't get a
that's what
ton
should
on
have
the
been.
return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. One more time, it's Hardy. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Throwing Simmons. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
To the air, it's Simmons. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Looking to the big tight end. A spectacular one-hand grab. Mississippi State right back to the line. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Big guy smells it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. 2nd and goal coming up. They'll run it with Bothwell. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Now here's Simmons. He's going to take a shot. Snags it. Touchdown, Missouri. And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Simmons. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Pulls in the deep ball. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. They'll give it to Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but his defense forces a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. Makes a catch at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Evans. He makes the grab. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the wildcat.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people like so nice.
And the defense sniffs it out, and they're all over it. Down he goes. Couldn't even get the throw off on the trick play. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And not a surprise, man. The biggest moment in the game on 4th down, gotta have it. They go back to the quarterback's legs. And the defense was absolutely not surprised. Been there, done that, bought the T-shirt and hat. They saw it, they diagnosed it, they came downhill, and they got him on the ground for the big 4th down stop.
And I think you have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff communicating to all 11 guys on defense what they knew was going to happen. They made it very, very clear. It looked like the defense was expecting that. So a great job by them all being on the same page, and they were able to go out, play confidently, play fast, get him to the ground, and now they're going to walk out of here with the win.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
yards, I know that. He got 3 picks, I lost. Still learning top of pass too. We ain't just right here. We got a look. Hey, out there, top 10. Hey, who watching my stream? Comment if you watching. I see I got one viewer. I fell asleep watching or something. Comment if you watching.